Sunscreens with iron oxides.
I wanted to talk today about the importance of iron oxides in your sunscreen and why they are important. Protect your skin from visible light. Particularly, they protect your skin from blue light. Iron oxides help prevent hyperpigmentation along with other visible light-induced sun damage. They can also add a tint to your white mineral sunscreens that reduce the white cast that may show up upon application. Some of you have watched some of my other videos. You'll see I have a lot of redness, rosacea, and some broken capillaries that are there. And I believe, in conjunction with my dermatologist, that a lot of this has been caused by years of sun damage from not wearing the proper SPF. In my 20s and 30s, even teens, we would go to the beach, we would lay in the sun. Though the sunscreens I thought I was wearing were maybe beneficial, they didn't contain the right active ingredients in order to properly shield my face. I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm just someone who has loved skincare and makeup more than half my life since I was a little girl. Tested and tried a lot of different products, so I just like to share what's worked for me. Here's some of the sunscreens that I use on a daily basis and I reapply often just to be sure that I'm getting the full protection and coverage that my skin needs. Starting off with an excellent sunscreen, the Prequel Sun Barrier Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. The reason I love this one so much is it goes on beautifully. It has really good skincare ingredients as well. It also is formulated with iron oxide. So even though it's a mineral sunscreen and it doesn't have a dark tint to it, it still goes on without a white cast and it gives you such a dewy glow. The Prequel is also filled with antioxidants and amazing ingredients for your skin. The thing I also love is that this is affordable and it's easy to find as well. I know they sell it at Target stores. You can also order it online, but it makes it a really, really good option because of its availability for everyone. Next up on the list is the Elta MD UV Physical SPF 41. I know they have a couple of newer Elta MD formulations that are also tinted, but this is one of my OGs. I love it in the summertime. Even though I have dry skin, we live in the South where it's hot and humid, and this gives a little bit more of a matte finish than the others, but it's filled with great ingredients and also has iron oxides. Next up is the In Beauty Mineral Sun Glow. I love this stuff. It's what I'm wearing today. It is filled with antioxidants and peptides, contains iron oxides. It comes in a few shades, and for my skin, I do half of the medium and half of the fair medium. And I don't know, I think it's a really good color match, and you can sort of work with formulations to determine which one might be best for you. Next up is the Kosas Dream Beam SPF 40. This has a lovely tint and it's great for my dry skin. It goes on beautifully, it absorbs lovely. I'm just a huge fan of this one. Another one of my OGs is the Color Science Sunforgettable Glow Sunscreen in SPF 50. I have been using this one for a long time. This one does go on a little bit light for my skin color, but it doesn't really matter if you plan on wearing a little bit of foundation or some sort of tint over it if you have lighter toned skin, but this is amazing and I love this formulation. Next up is the Super Goop Mineral Glow Screen. These are the soft radiance drops. I have this in the color Golden Hour. It also comes in the shade Sunrise, which is a little bit lighter in tone. I love these because you can add this to your existing sunscreen that may not contain iron oxides. This does contain the iron oxides to give you that little bit of extra protection. Sunscreen that I love that gets Sunday's SPF 50. This goes on my skin like a dream. I have very dry skin. It hydrates it incredibly. Again, this is a mineral sunscreen, but it does have a little bit of a tint to it, but it just goes on so beautifully. I love it so much. This is a worth mentioning. I love to go in with this product after I've applied my sunscreen This is the Clinique Even Better. It's the Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15. This doesn't have the SPF, so you really, really want to make sure that you're using a good, strong SPF before you come in and apply this. But for one of those days when you don't really want to wear a heavy makeup, but you just want a little something to cover any imperfections, this is beautiful. I love this formulation. It goes on amazing, and it does have the iron oxides as well. So like I said before, there are a few other sunscreens that I absolutely love using, and I will add the Supergoop Glow Screen to it in order to provide the iron oxide protection. This is one of them, the Then I Met You SPF 50. This is really an awesome sunscreen. It's not a mineral sunscreen, but even for me with my sensitive skin, it doesn't bother my skin. Now, I keep it high enough away from my eyelids so that if I do sweat, I've heard from other people, they have talked about how it does sting their eyes. I haven't had any problem with this because I'm careful not to apply it too close to my eyes. This is an excellent one. The last two sunscreens that I use, they do not contain iron oxides either, but I love these, and I'll go in and add the Supergoop Glow Screen to it. Are the Beauty of Joseon. This is the Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics SPF 50+++. Goes on like a dream. I love it. That one does not irritate my eyes at all. And the Harder Wonder, the Black Rice Pure Mineral Relief Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. I love the consistency of this, especially with my dry skin. It goes on beautifully, it absorbs beautifully, and it's just super hydrating. And if you have any questions about the current sunscreen that you use or your favorite sunscreen, and you're wondering if it does contain iron oxides, I would look at the ingredient list on the back, or feel free to email the manufacturer. They will be very helpful in letting you know, explaining to you exactly what the ingredients are. I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Have a great day.
These are the sunscreens that we talked about today that do contain iron oxides as part of their original formulation. These are the ones that do not, with the exception of the Clinique, which does have iron oxides. These do not contain, but you can add the Glow Drop.